As I sit here with one foot on either side of the ledge, looking down from Tell's story above the street of soul. Hush, life has been so hard for me. I've lost my father 12 hours ago, and I don't even have a single tears in my eyes. I don't know why, maybe because I didn't have very good relationship with him. He was not a father figure for me, but he was not too bad too. I delivered a very awkward eulogy today and caught a flight straight back to Seoul and hijacked the first rooftop I could find. I love it when the sky makes me feel insignificant. I like tonight. I can see stars that father will let me rephrase this so that it more approximately reflect my feelings. I like tonight. But unfortunately for me, the door shoved open so hard. Ah, God, why? I don't want to see anyone. Let me be alone here tonight. The door slams shut again and footsteps move swiftly across the deck. I don't even bother looking. Whoever it is more likely won't even notice me back here straddling the ledge to the left of the door. I sighed quietly, closed my eyes and leaned my head against the wall behind me, cursing the universe for ripping my peaceful night. I hope that it's a woman and not any man. At least she can give me company, but no. I finally allow my eyes to make journey to the silhouette leaning over the ledge. As luck would have it, he's definitely a man. Even leaning over the ledge, I can tell he's tall and kinda muscular body. He was holding his head with both of his hands. He appears to be on the verge of breakdown. I hesitated speaking up to let him know that he has a company, or clearing my throat, but between thinking it and actually doing it, he spun around and kicked one of the chair behind him. I flinched as it screeches across the deck. This guy, does he even know that he has an audience here? He didn't stop with one kick. He kicked the chair repeatedly over and over again. After a minute, he stopped. Maybe he's exhausted. He is now standing there, still without moving an inch, and his hands are curled up in fist. I was staring at him the whole time. This guy know how to outgo his frustration, not like me, who just came here with the thought of suicide. Maybe he also has a shitty day like me. Now, as I again looked at him, his hands aren't in fist anymore. They're resting on his hips, and I noticed for the first time now his shirt doesn't fit him well around his biceps. He begins fishing around in his pockets until he finds out what he's looking for. He lights up a cigarette. He takes in a long drag of his cigarette and starts to turn back towards the ledge. He noticed my presence. He stopped walking the second our eyes meet. His expressions hold no shock, nor it holds amusement when he sees me. He is about 10 feet away, but there's enough light from the stars that I can see his eyes. It slowly drags over my body without revealing a single thought. This guy holds his card well. His gaze is narrow and his mouth is drawn light. What's your name? He asks. I feel his voice in my stomach. That's not good. Voices should stop at the ears. He has one of those voices, deep, confident, and a little bit like butter. When I didn't answer him, he brings the cigarette back to his mouth and takes another hit. Ryan, I finally said, I hate my voice. It sounds so weak to even reach his ears from here. Will you please get down from there, Ryan? I notice his posture. He's standing straight up now, rigid even, almost as if he's nervous I'm going to fall. I'm not. No thanks, I'm quite comfortable where I am. He turned up a little, like he can't look straight at me. Please get down. It's more of a demand now, despite his use of word please. There are 7 empty chairs up here. Almost 6, I correct, reminding him that he just tried to murder one of them. He doesn't find humor in my response. When I fail to follow his orders, he takes a couple of steps closer. You are a mere 3 inch away from falling to your death. I've been around of that for one day. He motioned for me to get down again. You are making me nervous, not to mention running my high. I rolled my eyes and swing my legs over. Heaven forbid a secret go to waste. I hope down and wipe my hands across my jeans. Better, I said as I walked towards him. He let out a rush of air, as if seeing me on the ledge actually had him holding his breath. I pass him to head for the side of the roof with a better view, and as I do, I can't help but notice how unfortunately cute he is. When I reach the side of the building that overlooks the street, I lean forward and stare down at the cars below, trying not to appear impressed by him. I can tell by his haircut that he is the kind of a man people are easily impressed by. I hear footsteps approaching from behind, and then he leans against the railing next to me. Out of the corner of my eyes, I watch as he takes another hit of his cigarette. When he's finished, he offers it to me, but I waved it. The last thing I need is to be under the influence around this guy. His voice is like a drug. I kind of want to hear it again, so I throw a question. So, what did the chair do to you to make you angry? He looked at me, like literally looked at me. His eyes met mine, and he just stared hard, like all my secrets are right there on my face. I've never seen eyes as dark as him. Maybe I have, but they seem darker when they're attracted to such an intimidating presence. He doesn't answer my question, but my curiosity isn't easily put to rest. Was it a woman? Did she break your heart? He laughed. If only my issues were as ordinary as matter of heart. He leans into the wall so that he can face me. What floor do you live on? I've never noticed you before. That's because I don't live here. I pointed in the distance of my apartment. See that insurance building? He squinted as he looked in the direction I'm pointing. In itself. He take a deep breath and shake his head. This city has its own essence, a different vibe. I nod in agreement. And a little mysterious too. He suddenly laughed a little and looked at me. Really, what else is mysterious? Your name. As soon as I say it, I slap my hand against my forehead. It sounds so much like a cheesy pickup line. The only thing I do is to laugh at myself. Jungkook. John Jungkook. Even your name sounds rich and cute. Your name is also kinda sexy. Nah, I know you're making fun of it. It sounds like a name of 2-year-old. Maybe my parents didn't even give me a good name. He chuckled and again started looking down at the street. You hate your parents? Not both, but one of them. I mean was my dad. He just died 12 hours ago. He stood straight and looked at me. I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm telling the truth. He died today. I like that. I like your honesty. He likes my honesty. I think I might be blushing. We are both quiet again for a while, and then he again spoke. Do you ever wish people were more transparent? How so? I feels like everyone fake who they really are. When deep down we are all equal amount of screwed up. Some of us are just better at hiding things than others. I don't think being a little guarded is negative thing. Naked truths are always not pretty. Naked truth. I like that. So Ryan, tell me a naked truth. All of a sudden he demanded. I know that he needs conversation right now, but we are still strangers. How can I tell him my naked truth? But again, I don't know why I want to tell him. I want to talk to him. I'm feeling comfortable around him. Maybe there's nothing and in telling naked truth because don't know if I'll ever meet. I had to give an eulogy today for my father's funeral, even though I didn't have anything good to say about him, but my mom requested me. He was not the kind of person I love. He was abusive to my mom, although he was a good person. I like him as a father, but I hate him as a human being. So when I was at funeral, I found myself stay silent all the time and people were expecting few words from me. Did you just roasted a dead guy? He was looking at me with surprised face. I didn't, but I didn't have anything good to say about him. He chuckled in amusement. You got guts. Your turn now. He looked nervous playing his own game. He opened his mouth but again closed it. He walked towards the chair and joined them, making it like a sofa, and laid on it, putting a hand behind his head, looking towards the sky. I joined him too and took a seat next to him. I take down from CEO's position today by my family. Why? I don't know why. After 4 years of giving my ultimate best, I ended up losing it to my younger brother. That's sad. They shouldn't have done this. Now I know why he was pouring all his anger on that poor chair. So now you're jobless. Again, I facepalm myself. Why I always say whatever shit comes in my mind. Kind of. He answered randomly, making me sigh in relief, and he isn't mad on me for asking that stupid question. Tell me some more naked truths, Ryan. I really like your story. We can continue that. I chuckled at his statement. You want to hear how I delivered my father's eulogy? He nodded while smiling at me. I stand up and walk around to the other side of my chair. I stand tall and act like I'm looking out over the same crowded room I was met with this morning. I cleared my throat. Hello, my name is Kang Wayan, daughter of the late Kang Yoon. Thank you for all joining us today as we mourn his loss. I wanted to take a moment to honor him by sharing with you 5 great things about my father. The first thing, that's it. I look down at Jungkook and shrugs. What do you mean? He said as he sit up. I took a seat on my chair and again lie back down. I stood up there for 2 solid minutes without saying another word. There wasn't one great thing I could say about that man, so I just stared silently at the crowd until my mother and my uncle removed me from the podium. Are you kidding me? You gave the anti-eulogy at your own father's funeral, he said, tilting his head. I'm not proud of it. He had never done anything good to make him a better person. He lay back down. Wow, you're kind of my hero. You just roasted a dead guy. Your turn, I said, laughing. I can't top that. I'm sure you can come close. I'm not sure. I rolled my eyes. Yes, you can. Don't make me feel like the worst person out of two of us. Tell me the most recent thought you have had the most people wouldn't say out loud. He turned his face towards me and looked at me for some time, make me feel like little nervous. You really want to know? I nervously nodded. I want to kiss you on your lips so badly. Whoa, is he for real? I felt a shiver in my body. Are you for real? I quickly got up and stepped few steps back from him. You asked me to tell my most recent thought and I did. You are a beautiful girl and I am a guy. If you let me, then I'd really love to know how your lips taste. So you always say this whenever you see a beautiful woman? I said, sitting on the chair again. Only to you. I'm attracted to you and I know that your boyfriend dumped you a week ago. Wait a minute. How did he know that my boyfriend dumped me a week ago? Who's this guy? How did you know that? Did we meet somewhere else too? He sat up and looked at me. I know everything. In fact, I even know that it was your father's funeral today. And you came here following me. I completed the sentence as he nodded. Don't worry, I'm not a bad person. I just love you. Again, I felt his voice in my stomach. And how do I believe that you're not a bad person? Because I love you. I'm happy that it's night and he can't see my red cheeks. I know I should be angry, but this guy here, he's something. I like him at very first and now he's saying that he loves me. Since when? Now again I got comfortable around him and of course a bit curious. From the day you shifted in Seoul and applied in the marketing department, my eyes widened and I looked at him shocked. Don't tell me you're the CEO of Hana Enterprises. He just smiled. How come I've never seen you? Maybe because you resigned after 2 months. I sighed and nodded. And why did you do that? I'm starting my own small business and I want to completely focus on that. That's great. By the way, why did you get dumped by your ex boyfriend? That jerk is a real. I came to know about his physical relationship with my best friend, and before I dumped him, he got the role and pretended like he got tired of me. Naked truth coming. I shifted my gaze at him. Do you wanna move on from that with me? I assure you that you won't regret it. His scent filled my mind with beautiful smell. He was coming closer and my mind was getting blank. Why he's so addictive. When he came enough close that our noses were touching and I could feel his breath, he opened his eyes and looked at me. Wanna say any naked truth? I felt my body tensed up and have thousands of butterflies in my stomach. I just don't want to regret this later. I feel him smiling. Don't worry, you won't. Our lips met, but his phone rang as he hissed frustratingly and took out his phone, then looked at me. I need to attend this. I nodded as he went to the other side, attending the call. What happened to me? I'm allowing a stranger to kiss me even after knowing he stalked me. Am I that desperate for love, or he's just too addictive to deny? I looked at him as he walked near me. I get to go now. Too sad that I don't get what I wanted, even after opening up so many of my naked truths. No, why? Please don't go. This is the best night I've ever had. Please stay here for some time. This is what I wanted to tell him, but I know it doesn't make any sense, so I just forced a smile. It was very nice meeting you, Mr. Stalker. He chuckled. We have so many nice meetings coming up. I smiled. Gotta go now. Hope to see you soon.